think it's going to get to a point where Lonzo and Jello go at each other on the podcast, and then they call for a one-on-one and take it to the gym. I just think this is where it's going. You heard it first at Flight Sports TV. So they gradually taking us there, and they probably will have their girls, Allie Rose and
As you can see, we got breaking news involving LiAngelo Ball, G3G Honcho, and we all know Lonzo Ball, ZO2, the Chino Hills prodigy. These two are in the gym. They're getting very active. We all know the podcast, the way show is going up. It seems like it's taken another realm as they have brought in their significant others to break even more news. LiAngelo Ball is clearly dead centered on the game of basketball. But I do believe the way show was used as a promotional tool. And I think at the end of the day, more eyes and antennas will be on LiAngelo Ball when I listen. And also, he's teasing a signing. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real with you. If you evaluate this whole entire, thing that was posted by LiAngelo Ball, you clearly see something big is coming. That's one of my immediate takeaways. If you see the caption that says "You wasn't with me at rock bottom, I ain't gonna forget it," and he says "Ball forever." Hashtag We up soon with a ball and a signing. Situation signing emoji. So it's letting me know that something is coming with Jello. We all know the last time we heard or did hear something with LiAngelo, he said that he was looking to play for the Los Angeles Lakers G League affiliate team, the South Bay Lakers. So we haven't heard anything just about on that yet, but I do believe that we are getting to that season, where we could see something or hear something involving LiAngelo Ball. We have Summer League coming up. We all know he doesn't have to, you could get added to a team, so we just waiting to hear. We haven't heard anything just yet. So we can't wait to break news on LiAngelo. Obviously, he's expecting another child that was broken on the way show by himself and Miss Nikki Baby. It was an amazing surprise. Jello was praised for his humor. People didn't feel like LiAngelo, his personality, always shined. And on this show, his personality, he's really the funniest guy on the show. So I think that's something intriguing. Now, when we get to big business, when we discussing Lonzo Ball, we all know right now it seems to be a lot of influx going on with the Bulls. They are going through a situation where they don't know what they're gonna do, but it's looking like they're gonna tear the roster down. It's looking like Lonzo Ball could be a part of it because they have traded for Josh Giddey. They moved Alex Caruso. So a lot of people feel like they brought in a guy like Giddey who does some of the things that Lonzo Ball brings to the table. Obviously he's not a replica. He's not a guy who is going to do the exact same thing Lonzo brought, but they're looking to bring in a taller point guard who can make plays, but let's see what happens and how does bode well for them. It seems like they're going to be moving on from Zach LaVine. I'm hearing his name and a whole lot of rumors. DeMar DeRozan, we could be breaking news shortly. So that's why it's very important that you subscribe to Flight Sports because you don't want to miss a second of this coverage. Free agency is here. Is going down. We more than likely live right now if you're just tuning in. So definitely feel free to tune into the live stream and get your opinion, your thoughts, even get on the show on the panel. It's very interactive here at Flight Sports, so it's gonna be interesting. I've heard rumors of a potential buyout when it comes to Lonzo Ball in Chicago. So we really don't know how this whole situation is going to end, but I do know that wherever Lonzo Ball goes, he's going to bring, something special to the table. This guy also, when I was listening to the Way Show, they always asking it. That's one thing they not running away from is the updates, and they might not always be what people want to hear or how they want to hear it. But they asked Lonzo Ball again, hey, what's going on with the injury? Da da da. Lonzo, he's not shying away. They say, "Hey, are you gonna be ready for training camp? Are you gonna be ready for the start of the season?" He says, hopefully." That all signed. That's the plan. So at the end of the day, that's all we can really do at this point is just patiently await, and hopefully the plan is in place. He hasn't had any setbacks, so I think all of that is very important for Lonzo Ball. We don't want any setbacks for him. Like I said, that would be devastating and catastrophic because we all know how hard it's taking him to get to this point that he's at now, to where we see him on the floor, we see him making plays, we see the athleticism. So we want to continue to see that. We don't want a situation where he's been set back another month or 6 weeks or 6 months or even the whole season. So at this point we just gotta, and it's a contract year coming for Lonzo. So I know for a fact he's gonna do everything in his power to get back on the floor. Now we could get in the comment section to figure out what's the best team, for Lonzo, because I heard a buyout potentially it could be on the horizon. If Lonzo is bought out, he could sign with any team, he would like. Um, do you expect him to sign with a championship threat? A lot of people want him, to sign with the Charlotte Hornets to pair with his brother, LaMelo Ball, to complete that whole situation that everybody wanted to see. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be intriguing. We just gonna be sitting here patiently and waiting, to make sure that everything goes according to plan. But the Ball brothers are gonna rise again. It's been a rough year. Been a rough couple of years. Even when we get to LaMelo, his health, pretty much has derailed the Charlotte Hornets from reaching its ultimate peak. So I think that this season right here is, I'm just gonna keep it real. If everybody's healthy, it's gonna be trouble, trouble, trouble. I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. If they all come in healthy, it's gonna be big time ramifications for this league. And people are gonna be reminded of the greatness of these Ball brothers. There's been a lot of politics in the game that has led to some things with Jello. We all know the injury issues which led to Lonzo. Lonzo should have been deep in the playoffs, putting on the impact. We all know what's going on. The Bulls hasn't been the same ever since the injury. They've been hurt ever since. Bulls fans are upset. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's Flight Sports. We're going to continue to bring you more news, updates, and more involving the Ball brothers. This is a make or break year this upcoming season, and we can't wait to get to business. Let me know your thoughts on this G3 news. What's coming up with Lonzo and what you want to know and hear next. It's Flight Sports TV. Peace and love. You already know what it is.